Right now, somewhere over the deepest water on Earth, a question refuses to die. The largest shark that ever lived, is it really gone? 60 feet, 50 tons, the most powerful bite in the history of the sea, and officially extinct for over 3 million years. Every year, sonar operators record contacts they cannot explain. Sailors report shapes too large to be whales, and the internet asks the same thing every time. Is the Megalodon still alive? Today, we take that question seriously. We look at every piece of so-called evidence, and then we find out what the science really says. The truth is stranger and more chilling than the myth, because the real answer tells us something about our own oceans that almost nobody knows.
Start with the strongest argument. We have mapped the surface of Mars in more detail than the floor of our own ocean. Over 80% of the sea has never been seen by human eyes.
Believers point to the deep water contacts. Enormous returns on the sonar, appearing for a moment, then gone. If something that big is down there, they ask, what else could it be?
And history is on their side more than you would think. Again and again, the deep has hidden giants we swore could not exist, until we hauled them into the light. The giant squid was a sailor's myth for centuries. Nobody filmed a living one until 2004. If a creature that size stayed hidden, why not a shark?
Then there is the megamouth shark. Over 15 feet long and completely unknown until 1976. An entire species of large shark hiding in plain sight. And the Coelacanth. Thought extinct for 66 million years, it was found alive in 1938. Extinction, it seemed, was not always forever. Some point to scars, huge, unexplained bite marks found on the bodies of living whales. Wounds they claim too large for any known predator to have made.
It is a powerful story. And to test it fairly, we have to remember what the Megalodon actually was and where it truly lived, because that is where the myth begins to fall apart.
The Megalodon was a warm-water whale hunter. It fed near the surface, in coastal shallows. It was not a creature of the freezing deep. Remember that. It matters. Before we weigh the evidence, do me a favor, subscribe, because this series follows the Megalodon from its reign to its final mystery. Now, does any hard proof exist? Let us examine it. The Megalodon left a rich fossil record, teeth on every continent, in layer after layer of rock. That record tells us exactly when it disappeared.
Sharks shed thousands of teeth that fossilize by the millions. Yet, the youngest Megalodon tooth ever found is 3.5 million years old. For 3 million years, the seabed records everything else, but not a single Megalodon tooth. If it were alive, the ocean floor would be littered with proof.
Could it hide in the deep? Here is the flaw. The Megalodon was never a deep-sea animal. It lived in warm, coastal seas, the exact opposite. The deep is freezing, dark, and lacks large prey. A warm-blooded giant couldn't survive there. The one place it supposedly hides is where it couldn't live. Now the strongest argument. A 50-ton predator isn't a squid drifting in the dark. To survive, it must eat massive prey constantly, leaving an unmistakable trail.
To feed, it would hunt whales near the surface. With ships and satellites watching, a 60-foot shark tearing into whales would be filmed within a week.
Compare it to the great white. The Megalodon was several times larger. We track great whites constantly. Something 3 times bigger would be impossible to overlook. And those mysterious whale wounds? They match cookie-cutter sharks, orcas, and ship strikes. Not one bears the enormous serrated signature a Megalodon would leave. Living sharks drop fresh teeth on beaches worldwide. Yet not one fresh Megalodon tooth has ever been found. Every single one is a fossil, millions of years old.
What about the sonar contacts? Most are just dense fish schools, whale pods, or thermal layers bouncing sound. Big returns are common, monsters are not.
You may have seen documentaries showing living megalodons. Understand this clearly. They were fiction. Staged, scripted fakes.
Put it together. No modern teeth. No bodies. No feedings. No habitat. No real footage. Every thread of the myth comes back empty. Look at today's whales. They migrate in daylight, calm and unhurried. Nothing enormous hunts them from below. With a living Megalodon, that peace would be impossible. So here is the honest answer. The Megalodon is extinct. It has been gone for over 3.5 million years, and the science on that is not close. It is certain. All that is left of it are these teeth turned to stone. Not a monster in the deep, but a memory in the rock. And yet the myth refuses to die. Why?
Because the Megalodon's story ends where the ocean's greatest mystery begins. We are certain it is gone, but we are far less certain about everything else still hidden down there. Here is what is true. We have explored only a fraction of our oceans. There are giants down there we have never named. The deep is the last great mystery on Earth. An undiscovered deep-sea worm is one thing. A 60-foot, 50-ton shark hunting whales at the surface is another. The ocean hides many secrets. It cannot hide that. The Megalodon doesn't belong in the cold darkness of our sonar screens. It belongs to a warmer ocean, a sunlit world time has closed forever. Next time you stare out at the water, know this: the Megalodon isn't out there waiting. Somehow, that truth is more haunting than the myth. So, the verdict: no living Megalodon, no modern teeth, no bodies, no footage, and no ocean it could survive in. The greatest shark is truly extinct.
Do you accept the verdict, or is something still down there? What frightens you more, finding it or knowing it's truly gone? Tell me below.
We have followed the Megalodon through its reign, rivals, and final mystery. But one enormous question remains. Just how big did this animal really get?
60 feet is what you always hear. But was it smaller or even bigger? Next time, we settle Megalodon's true size once and for all.
If you want the real answer to how big it truly was, subscribe now, so you are here when that episode drops. This series is not finished with the Megalodon yet. For 3.5 million years, this ocean has been without its king. The water is calmer for it, and a little emptier too.
The largest shark that ever lived is gone. Not hiding, not waiting, simply gone and remembered. Agree or disagree with the verdict? Tell me below. Then watch episode 6 to discover Megalodon's true size. Subscribe and dive deeper with me. The science is settled. Megalodon is extinct. But over water this deep, a small part of you still wonders. That is the pull of the ocean.
Prehistoric, primordial. The deep remembers everything, even the giants it has lost.